Yeah.
Ready? Hello, everyone. My speech is going to be on the Alzheimer's disease top 10 causes of death. Does anybody here know what Alzheimer's disease is or how many lives it claims per year? Okay, that's what I thought. Alzheimer's disease is the progressive digression or depletion of one's brain, and it attacks the person's cognitive abilities, physical, mental abilities, all areas of the brain, basically deteriorating it completely. Antidote is basically C.B. White. He's a known author. Basically, he was known for writing Charlotte's Web and the movie Stuart Little. He actually died in his 80s from Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease, it's a very torturesome, gruesome disease, and it tears families apart, and many people suffer from it. Basically. So my three main topics are going to be what is the severity of Alzheimer's disease, and the severity and the causes. My second main point is going to be the solutions that were attempted to be applied, and my last main point will be the outcomes of the solutions. So first I'm going to discuss, so I'll discuss the severity and the causes of Alzheimer's disease, basically how people die from it. So according to, one second. According to Burden Climbs in Alzheimer's Cases, and it's an article in 2011, like 5.3 million people are suffer from Alzheimer's disease in the U.S., and it is the sixth leading cause of death in the U.S. According to Alzheimer's cases are higher. The article called "Alzheimer's Cases Are Higher Than Expected" in 2014. Basically, the causes of death from Alzheimer's is not only that Alzheimer's attacks your mental, but it attacks your physical, also because it inhibits your involuntary memory also, such as things like breathing. So many cases of death are due to pneumonia, because when they eat, they can't separate their body forgets how to separate the tubes in the throat, so the food just goes down their windpipe and they get pneumonia. Or fatal falls, that's also the next leading cause of death due to memory loss. So now you know the magnitude and the causes of death. So now I'm going to talk about the possible solutions. So obviously the solutions is the Alzheimer's Disease Research Foundation, and this foundation, basically their main goal is to find a cure for Alzheimer's. My next main point, according to the Alzheimer's Research Foundation, which is a nonprofit charity organization, the way that they intend to find a cure is by giving grants to scientific laboratories and corporate scientific organizations. So those organizations can continue and further research and get closer to a cure. So now you know about the possible solutions that could be applied if enough research is done, thanks to grants from this charity. So now you know the solutions. Next, I will discuss the outcomes of basically the research and experimental treatment studies. So according to Business Brief, Forest Labs Inc. in 2002, basically there was experimental treatment study with a drug called memantine, and basically they had very positive results from that test, and memantine was shown to have better effects than other methods they have used, such as like placebo effects, because there's not really any other cure other than memantine that they found. And basically it was shown that it improved a little bit of their cognitive and memorable abilities, and basically overall their brain function. According to Alzheimer's disease unique methods, another article, in 2015, there was lots of scientific research done, and basically they can't really, like, it doesn't seem like they can find a cure. So now that I've talked about the outcomes, so basically I discussed with you the severity of Alzheimer's. I've discussed, oh, that's the last one. Wait. I discussed with you the severity of Alzheimer's, how people die from it, fatal falls, and the pneumonia because they can't even swallow properly because their body literally forgets how. And I've talked about the solutions, the Alzheimer's Research Foundation, and how they give grants to scientific organizations in order for further study for the cure. And I talked about the outcomes of applied methods. And yeah, if you want to know more, you could go to the Alzheimer's Research Foundation nonprofit charity. And yeah, it's just like there may never be a cure, and it's a very horrible thing, and like a lot of people suffered from it. Even any of us could suffer from it when we get over 60. And yeah, you can make a donation, if not, yes or no, and if you choose to or not, and basically it'll help so they can give grants for further scientific study to find a cure. And that's my speech. Thank you.
All right.